What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Sales Funnel Radio.
Welcome to Sales Funnel Radio, where you'll learn marketing strategies to grow your online business using today's best internet sales funnels. And now, here's your host, Steve Larsen.
Hey, what's going on? So, I'm excited for today. This is a fantastic... anyways, I love this. So, I have another business that I have... It's called Secret MLM Hacks. I'm not pitching it. I'm just saying this is context. So, anyways, in there, I have a product. If they take advantage of it, they can send me their value ladders and I can critique them. And so anyway, someone just sent me one and I thought, hey, it'd be kind of cool. What if I critique one of these things that I'm getting, on Sales Funnel Radio? And so I have it here in front of me. And I guess on the blog, I'll put up pictures of it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. We got permission from it, from the owner, which is awesome. Thank you very much, Chris Gordon. You're the man, doing some awesome stuff here. So for letting me do this. So anyways, I'm going to go through the value ladders. And he sent over 2 value ladders here, and which is good. So on this very first thing, and for those of you who are just learning about value ladders, or this is the first time on the podcast or whatever it is, a value ladder is simply a map. It basically models the entire business that you're going for. So on one axis, it's like a graph, right? And on one axis, you have value, right? And on the other one, you have like price and the amount of money you can get. And the farther, the on the bottom, those are like your free things. So you got your, ebooks, free courses, PDF downloads. You see those things all over the internet, right? Hey, where should I send this? Hey, take this quiz and I'll send the results through email, right? Those are just clever ways to get your email address so that they can start marketing to you, right? And the very next thing will be like a page with something cheap on it. The next page will be something, a page with something a little more pricey on it. And then another one with a little more money, right? You get the idea. That's a value ladder. You move up rungs, or however you say that. Value rung, or ladder rungs, right? Anyways, you move up like ladder rungs in value. How much you give a person and how much you're going to charge them, right? And the higher someone goes, we can anticipate that person was really in pain, right? If someone only purchases for 2 reasons, pain or pleasure, they're both emotional, right? And pleasure, hey, whether it's a biz op thing or for pain, I've got to solve this problem, right? And the whole job of marketing is to educate people on the pain that they don't know they have, or they do, or the pleasure that they don't know I have. I can't speak right now. Or I was up super late last night. Or the pleasure, whether or not they know they have it or could have it, right? That's the only job of marketing, is education. That's from J. Abraham. And so anyways, this value ladder, so you sent me a value ladder. Thank you very much, Chris, again. So I'm going to go through your value ladder. And it literally looks just like you drew, just so everyone knows, you draw like what stairs would look like looking at them from the side, right? And so at the very bottom, you got your free thing. And then there's the next step up of the stair, and the next step up. And as you move along, you add more value, but you also charge more money, right? And the first time I ever learned this concept was from Russell Brunson. And it was cool because once I got it, I was like, holy crap, you could model a whole business in just this little graph, right? Not only what you're going to give, but how you're going to deliver it, the price points that you're going to bring with it, continuity, which we know that continuity, if you don't have continuity, then you're not going to succeed. You're actually going to fail most of the time. It's been said that unless you have continuity, you don't have a business. And if you guys don't know what that means, continuity is like, hey, get on our monthly shipping program, right? It's the things that you can charge for over and over and over again, right? It's like commodities. Like I bet 90% of you out there are on continuity for eggs. Eggs, milk, and bread, right? We are, as America, we are on that continuity program. We can guarantee everyone's going to buy eggs and milk. Or like tires, it's consumables, things that expire. Well, if you can get something like that in your business, or they pay for a membership over and over again, like a gym membership, that's continuity. And unless you have that, it's said that you don't have business, right? You're just selling one-time things, these little instances of business, not a full one. So anyways, all right, let's go through this with that backdrop. So this reminds me of so many stories. It's awesome. So when I was first learning about this stuff, you guys should know, I'm a little bit of a mischievous guy. And I don't know if you guys have noticed that. You probably have, since listening to the things that I say and stuff like that. And I don't know, mischievous isn't the right word. I just don't think that a lot of rules matter, which I guess is probably the definition of mischievous. So anyways, so I remember there's this time, I was learning these things, and I'm in the Army, if you guys didn't know that. I had my uniform on, we had just finished something, and I was in college, and we had just finished. Anyways, I had kept my whole rucksack, which if you don't know what a rucksack is, it's like those huge backpacks you see on soldiers wearing, with all their stuff in it. And it's not like you carry extra things in there. That thing is jam-packed, right? Only the essentials. Because that's the only thing that's going to be with you for several days. 5 days, 10 days, that's it. So I'm really sorry if someone's listening to this and they get offended, but I don't really care. This is not the podcast for you. If you get offended. So anyways, I don't know if this is trespassing or not, whatever. But there was a gym right at the college I was going to, like a basketball gym, and it's a stadium, and there were these box seats, and these box seats had they had windows on them, but they were always unlocked, right? So I would watch. I'd turn around and I'd act like I was on my phone, just standing up there, put my phone in the mirror. I was just looking around. And then when no one was looking or the room was empty, I would throw my stuff through the front window and I would jump through the window. I'd climb up, lift myself over the window, and then close the window if there was a window on there. If not, then it was just open. But that's where I would study. And I did that for 10 months. And no one caught me, and no one, and then I think janitors got up there and they started cleaning stuff, and I got, and then it started getting tricky. That's when it started getting fun, right? Because I memorized all the times they would come and get out of there, watch them come and go back up, because it was quiet. I mean, no one would go up there, and especially when I was wearing a uniform, people stare at you, So it was just, anyways. So that's when I started learning first the concept of the value ladder, and started building out sales funnels and crazy deep study sessions, learning this stuff. So anyways, I always try and tell a story because I feel like if I go right into tactics, it's just going to be crazy boring for everyone. I would get bored. So anyways, that's the story. I ended up getting caught a couple times, or I would peek over and see that the closing, because I would stay up there till 2 or 3 in the morning, many times. I mean, I would put in 4, 5, 6 hours a day at least studying this stuff on the side of school, and I got straight A's for most semesters. I mean, so I did quite well, but I was crushing it. I was barely sleeping and learning about these things. But it's funny because every once in a while I'd look over the edge and the janitors would be right there, or building security would be right there, and they'd look up and go, "I think someone's in there," and I heard them. I'd be like, "Oh crap!" And I'd start stuffing all my stuff back in my backpack, run through the back way, and just start booking it down the hall. Because you're not supposed to be there past, I guess they closed the building at midnight or something. And plus you're not supposed to be in the box seats anyways. They ended up catching me 3 or 4 times. You think that after I'd get caught, and not just caught I stopped and I ran, caught as in face to face, caught, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, just homework. Just thought I'd check it out. How'd you get up here? The door was open. Oh man, you think that normal people would probably just stop and say, "Oh, I'm not going to do that again." But I kept that going for 1.5 years. Anyways, that story was way longer than I thought now. All right, so the value ladder. All right, so Chris, looks like this is for an MLM, which is awesome. You should check out secretmlmhacks.com. There's some good courses that I give in there for free. So anyways, all right, so the very first thing you have on here is a free ebook. Now, the one mistake I've seen with people's value ladders, because I've seen these over and over again, is that they're too vague. You know what you're talking about, which is awesome. But as you go and write out all the details to each one of these steps, things will get hashed out in your mind that you didn't know needed to be fixed or worked out. So it says free ebook. That's great. Obviously, we know the price of that. But I would just come through and say who it's for, why are you making it? What's the sexy thing about it? Because what's funny is that you'll find that you'll spend more time on this first rung of the value ladder than you do any other step in the funnel. All right, that part, that first hook has to be sexy, very. The easiest way to think of it is take the thing that's at the highest top, the thing that's at the top of the value ladder, and make that free. All right, and that's really counterintuitive, right? Salesfunnelbroker.com, I have free sales funnels in there. That's shocking for people. You can download my entire website, right? That's my free end thing, and that's pretty big. I get nervous about that still. That's hard. That's a big deal. I spent like 200 hours on that site, and I just give it to you guys. And it's a sexy offer, and I get so many opt-ins every day off that thing. That's the reason why. So take something that's crazy sexy and make that your front end offer. All right, so next rung up, green nutrition. Now I don't know what that is. You have the word basics under it. Again, I would say add a price point in there. This needs to be so clear that you can hand it to someone else and they can figure it out. So I don't know what green nutrition is. I'm assuming this is like a supplement MLM. It looks like that because the next one is supplement, which is for protein supplement. The next rung up is skincare and essential oils. Maybe this is essential oils. I don't know. And then the top one is you have become a distributor. Now, and you have on here also continuity and things like that. Now that's great. You focus mainly on the selling of the product, right? Not becoming a distributor for the MLM, which is fine. I know several people personally who are the top earners in many MLMs, and they build a value ladder for the product, but then they'll go build a value ladder also for recruiting. So secretmlmhacks.com, that one's for recruiting. So anyways, so you have another one here. Okay, so another value ladder, and I think wholesale distributor. I don't. Let's see. This is your second value ladder that you sent, and it looks similar to the other one, but the biggest thing I'm seeing on here that is missing is price points. And if you think about price points, it's been proven that like the number 3, the number 7, the number 9, those are the numbers that you need to use a lot of times. That's why you see like $3.99, right? You never see $4. And it's stupid, but it does things in the brain. $3.99 is a great price point, or $3.97, great price point. Or $3.79, you even see that one. You hardly ever see like $3.92. Anyways, you need to add price points in on these every step of the value ladder. Free ebook, that's obvious. But the next step I have is retail customer. When you do that with the sales page. Next one is repeat order customer with that auto ship page. You'll need to clarify that on how you're going to pull that off inside of ClickFunnels. If you're not using ClickFunnels, by the way, you're insane. I used to build all the stuff inside of WordPress. That is hell. My friends use ClickFunnels. That is so much easier. Then anytime you download one of my funnels from salesfunnelbroker.com, you get a trial membership, which is awesome. So you'll still get to use the funnel and make money with it before you. Anyways, I just kind of lost my train of thought. So and then the very top one, you have wholesale distributor. So anyways, I know that no one else can see this on the actual podcast, but this is what I would caution you on, is that you have auto ship and continuity marked for the entire value ladder, and I'll tell you that's incorrect. First, what you need to have is, this is something I also learned from Russell when I was studying like crazy about this, is that amateurs focus on the front end of the funnel. You're not trying to make money on these first few items. You're just trying to break even with ad costs, because then you get free customers, right? Your cost to acquire a customer is 0. It's even positive if you make money with it, right? So you're not trying to make money. You're building a funnel just to get customers, right? So a free ebook, that's a good hook, but how are you going to break even on the ad cost? Right, so the very next product has got to be something $47, $49. With another one after that is like $97. And if you get on industry standards on that, you'll be able to break even on ad costs and get customers for free. Right? If you listen to, there's a great story I heard. Russell told this story. I don't know, I've mentioned him like 3 times on here. Yeah, I listen to a lot of his stuff. I listen to a lot of people's stuff, but I guess since I learned the value ladder from Russell, I'm just mentioning him a lot. So, but I heard this crazy story. He's like, look, we had VCs come and try and purchase us, and they asked us what our cost to acquire a customer is. And we told them we actually make money every time we acquire a customer. And they laughed and were like, oh, that's very funny. And Russell's like, actually, I'm serious. we don't pay anything to acquire a customer. We actually make $40. They're like, what the heck? How do you do that? And the reason is because these value ladders. It's because of a sales funnel, right? So these front end offers, these front end things. I'm looking at ebook. The very next thing, retail customer with a sales page, that has got to be very sexy, right? That in my mind, don't try and sell retail customers immediately. You need to have something that is there's only one option for it. So I have almost like a one-time offer. They only can purchase one item, and it's like $47, and on average, 10% of people will actually purchase it, but that will help you break even on ad costs so you can acquire customers for free the rest of your business life. Don't jump straight into retail as in, here's an e-commerce store with tons of things you could go purchase, right? Those items, high ticket items, continuity items, and random items, those don't come in the value ladder until a little bit later on. You need to first focus on just acquiring a customer and breaking even on the ads. And then once they're a customer, then through email, through Facebook, through whatever medium you're choosing, then you pitch to them your high ticket thing, right? Like, it's pretty high ticket to have somebody come in and be a wholesale distributor and join your MLM. That's pretty big. And not that necessarily that it's a lot of money, but it's a high ticket commitment, right? Continuity, getting someone on a continuity thing, that's great, but that's a different style of a sales funnel for that, right? You're not going to have that as the front end offer. Hey, why don't you join my business and spend, $60 a month? It's like, what? I don't even know you, right? That first front end value ladder has got to be, get in and join, join my cult, join my culture, get to know me, break even on ad costs, get a relationship, and now that we're jiving and now we're moving along, okay, now I'm going to send you the intro, right, the introductory page for my high ticket funnel. We'll see if you get on that. No, you didn't? Okay, now I'm going to send you my funnel that just sells my continuity product. All right, cool. Now I'm just going to send an email out that sells the random bonuses and things like that, right? And so this value ladder it's not bad. It's the concept of a value ladder for sure. But you should definitely add a few more things in there. You have continuity labeled across the whole bottom, and that's just not how it works. You're not getting continuity from a free ebook over and over and over again, right? I know you have it labeled as auto ship, but those things, you got to push them back. That's not how it works. So anyways, I got to figure out another way to do this because I know you guys are on podcasts and maybe that didn't make sense, but that is what I would do. So that was a long critique. You got the concept down for sure, but this whole thing about auto ship, if that's your one sole thing with business, here's what I would do. If you've ever heard of Trey Llewellyn, he's got a company that he's making like $500,000 a month with selling free, which is funny. Think about what I'm saying here. He's selling free gun targets, right? Meaning he comes in and he gives people, hey, here's 10 free gun targets. Just pay for the shipping and it's yours. We'll eat the cost ourselves, right? So their cost to acquire a customer is whatever the cost is just for the targets they get, right? Which is probably in bulk and probably cheap because the other guy's paying the shipping. Well, the very next thing that they offer is more gun targets, right? And so you say, well, hey, here's 10 free gun targets. You know what? We're sending this out. What if you just pay like, $10 more, we'll send you out 20 more gun targets, right? That 20 extra bucks is going to cover his costs and he might actually make $1 or $2, right? He's not going to make a lot of money. That's not the point. He's just acquiring a customer. The very next page after he offers more is a $1 trial into a continuity program. Okay. He said, hey, why don't, after you join, he said, hey, I just want you to test it out for $1, just so I can weed out people who are freebie seekers. Just for $1, test it out for a month, and in 30 days, it jumps to $15 a month, right? Or whatever it is. And if you don't want it, that's fine. Just let me know. We'll cancel it. No issues. And it's a really soft close, right? Well, doing that is a fantastic way to bump people into a continuity thing, right? If you can do that and say, hey, and I know you guys do it with samples, like MLMs love to give away samples, right? Do that with a sample, man. Like, all right, so you give away something free, right? Free ebook, that's all right. Think of, if you can, try and get something that's even more sexy. The very next thing, give more of the same thing. But then for the continuity, just say, hey, you know what, for $1, or it could be a free plus shipping offer, right? I'll send this out to you for free. Here's a sample of the product. Just cover the shipping. And then the very next page says, you know what? If you want to try like an actual bottle at cost, this is what and it depends how you pitch it. It could be cost, could not, I don't know. Anyways, there's a lot of different strategies for getting people on continuity. You can't just come out and say, hey, why don't you commit to giving me money every month? Use some other mechanism or a tool to dump them into that. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry. This podcast is way longer than I thought it was going to be. So, but Chris, thank you so much for sending that to me. Guys, if you want me to critique yours, just email me, steve@salesfunnelbroker.com. Send me your value ladders and I can critique them. I'll put this up on the blog. I'll also put the images up also so you can see. Or if you don't want me to, I don't have to either. I'll still critique it. And then also, if you guys have any question that you want answered, I just started this thing. It's kind of cool. I call it the Hey Steve Show, and I got these sweet t-shirts made. And if you want, go over to salesfunnelbroker.com, click on podcast at the top, and you can record in the Hey Steve section. You can record a voicemail to me right off the browser, right off that page, and it'll email me whatever you say and ask the question to. And if I got to vet the question, of course. But if the question gets on, I'll send you the free t-shirt. So anyways, guys, I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a good one. Remember to go create value with your value ladder. All right, guys, see ya.
Thanks for listening to Sales Funnel Radio. Please remember to subscribe and leave feedback. Have a question you want answered on the show? Get your free t-shirt when your question gets answered on the live Hey Steve Show. Visit salesfunnelbroker.com now to submit your question.